Welcome to the Adjust-A-Pergola instructional installation video. Step 1. Measuring the inside dimensions of your pergola. Measure your box size so that you can determine the louver board length. Take the inside measurement and subtract 3 1/4 inch. Step 2. Cutting your louver boards. Now you will take your measurements and cut the louver boards to length. As you can see here, we are marking our measurement and then cutting the louver boards. Step 3. Install louver end brackets. There are 6 left brackets and 6 right brackets in each package. This is our left side end bracket. Notice the pin is on the left side. Each louver will have a left and right end bracket. Once you have lined up the end brackets, screw them into place. There are 8 screws per end bracket. Step 4. Installing pivot bars. Multiply 7.875 by how many louver boards you have. Subtract that number by your inside dimension and divide by 2. This will tell you how far to come in from each side to start your pivot bar. It's important to always line up factory end to factory end. Cut off with a metal grinder. We used an angle grinder with a metal 4.5 inch blade. This is the cutoff end. On the opposite side is the factory end. For our project, we needed 3 more louvers, so we measured in and cut. Snap chalk line at the determined height. This will give you a straight line to install your pivot bars. Now that our pivot bar is cut and we have snapped our chalk line, we will install the pivot bars. Notice that we have lined up our pivot bar with the chalk line to ensure that it is level. From there, we lined up the pivot bar to determine how much additional we needed to have cut. Always place factory end to factory end. Now we will lay the louver boards into the frame. Step 5. Laying louvers into frame. As you can see here, we're placing each louver board individually. It's important to lay all of the boards in the same direction, or you might have to rotate 1 or 2 of them 180 degrees. Step 6. Installing track bars. Now you will start installing the track bars. Push nylon pivot washer on the end of each louver board track pin. Install track bar with holes pointing down. Secure with stainless steel push nuts. Use a 3/8 inch drive bit to help you secure the push nut. Then use your fingers to give it an extra push. Once you have 3 or 4 louver boards secure, block off louver boards at a 90-degree angle. This will help hold the louver boards in place. As you can see here, we've blocked the louver boards from turning. Continue installing the track bar. Push nylon pivot washer on the end of each louver, then secure with stainless steel push nut. When connecting 2 track bars together, overlap one hole. Use an additional nylon pivot washer between the 2 bars. Once you have the track bar installed on one side, install the track bar on the other side following the same instructions. Step 7. Install manual operator. Determine which side you want to install the manual operator. Find middle louver boards and measure and cut 5.5 inches out of the pivot bar with an angle grinder. Now you'll have the space to insert the manual operator. Once that's in place, the louvers will be able to go from side to side. Now install the manual operator. This is important. Make sure the manual operator is behind the track bar. Just to reiterate, please make sure that the manual operator is behind the track bar as pictured. Drill a 3/8 inch hole through the track bar. Install the lock bars, making sure you match up with the pivot bars. Secure with 1/2 inch painted head screws provided. Cut where needed with the angle grinder. This is the lock bar, which you will install on top of the pivot bar. Make sure it is in front of the pivot bar. It will fit right over the pivot pins. Now you will screw in the lock bar. Unscrew and remove the block we used to brace the louvers. Step 8. Enjoy your Adjust-A-Pergola. Use manual crank to adjust your pergola. Thanks for purchasing an Adjust-A-Pergola.
Go through one more time so I can get